still chit chat.
Yeah, I want to test whether the connection works or not.
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
But you guys are not talking.
Yeah.
No, I want to see the notification, but now I cannot check the notification whether it pops up or not.
Yeah.
Usually on
Actually,
LinkedIn there's a
Chris, I need
notification.
my phone.
Oh, is it?
I need my phone.
I thought you. Oh, okay.
Because I need to see who's who. Sometimes the comments coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, good evening, everyone. For those of you who are already tuned in, just pop in and say hello. We'll know who you are. I'll give you a quick shout out. Okay, let's see. There you go.
Good evening, everyone.
Oops. Okay, we already have a viewer who
主
joined
呢度
us.
咧係咪？如果有 phone call 都可以接嘅。
We very,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello！
exactly, we very, very okay.
好千齊啫，好千齊。
係咯。
Yeah, we see there are more people already. Hello.
Hello,
Hi, hi.
Yuran.
Wow.
Welcome.
We even
Said.
have from Saif all the way from Germany.
30 not hot enough lah, Said.
Yeah, it's really, really hot where
Here
we
is
are.
37.
Feels worse because of the humidity. So anyway, it's already 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're gonna kick off our introduction right now. Okay, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back in just a jiffy.
Hey, hi guys. Welcome back to what's this show called again?
You forgot your own show, Sarang and Sleeper. So thank you so much for joining us. You forgot your own show's name. What's wrong with you?
No. Too used to saying the previous name. I kind of slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. And today we have a very special guest with us. But before that, we just want to say, after you anything you want to introduce our guest.
Not at all, but we're very thankful that she's agreeable to join us tonight. And this is Dr. Wendy Liu, and she's a subject matter expert in image and branding. And we're going to be talking about confidence, okay? And tonight's topic right there on the ticker, how to get 110% of confidence. There you go. Any questions, drop your comments in and answer any questions that you may have in mind, okay? So,
Yes.
joining us tonight.
You want to give a short intro who you are? I think you're very popular already lah.
Yeah, I think so. Tell me something that I do not know.
Oyo.
CJ. Hey, I have to fit in the topic right. Yeah.
110.
Or else you are inviting the wrong guest.
Wow,
Aiyo. Well, we are going to say hi to some of our friends who have tuned in, all right? So,
Okay.
everyone, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Germany. Stay cool there, hydrate, okay?
Music too loud. Okay.
Who is this? LinkedIn
Music too loud lah.
user.
A bit lah.
LinkedIn user, okay. All right, let us know if it's better right
Maybe
now.
to 10. Just now we put 15, right? I'll put 10.
Yeah,
lah.
let
Okay.
me hear any.
This one is Jennifer. Hello, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Singapore. And Harith, hey, apa khabar? How's it going? Been a while. And then this one is Lisa. Okay,
Who? We? Where?
there, this one. There.
Oh,
Right now.
okay.
Okay.
Sound like
And
that.
the Tim
Okay.
checking in from Australia. Why you say good day only to Eric? Then me leh?
Yeah, you're not important already. This is 110% confidence.
And we got Dishan. Can barely hear us. Let's see. Who's this? Jennifer as well. Really? Okay, so a bit of a sound check there, and Dishan says music
Guys,
too loud.
don't worry, no. We can adjust things at how. If you think our voice are too sexy, we'll mellow down. Also, if you think the music is too loud, you let us know. We'll bring it down as well.
yeah.
You think you don't want to see Uncle's face, we can push him out of the seat. It's fine.
Okay.
So keep the comments coming, okay? So again, we literally involve everyone who was with us, and we are not going to edit out any bloopers. This is as real as it gets, always unscripted. And again, we have Dr. Wendy with us. We're going to talk about how to be confident tonight, all right? And thank you for that validation. And Jennifer, again, is it
No,
Jennifer?
better.
Yeah, that's Jennifer. All right, and last but not least, we've got Axel, checking
Aka
from
from
Singapore,
Singapore,
and
yes.
Chris since day one. Thank you for your support. Right, so listen, we are going to get things moving, and without further ado, let's just going to cue our intro, and we'll be right back real quick. Stay tuned.
Wendy mui lah.
呢個又
Okay, Wendy 咧，
諗
嗱我呢個
So we were addressing her as Dr. Wendy, and behind the scenes, she's like, "Hey, call me Wendy." Okay.
No, later also I want to, but of course you call me Wendy better lah, or else it doesn't match with the
Okay,
show.
okay.
All right.
Wendy.
Okay. So
Quiet.
yeah, any questions? Drop your comments. Okay. So tonight's topic: how to get 110% confidence. What do you think about confidence? What makes one confident? Is it how we portray ourselves? Is it internally expressed, or is it from the outside? How we portray ourselves physically through our appearance? What is it? What do you think about that? Let us know what are your thoughts. Drop in your comments. But maybe we can get this kicked off by asking.
You see the
Wendy.
W?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the W on the head?
Yeah. W.
Oh, telling you in the face, you know.
While we wait. While we
This is
wait.
the best shameless plug.
Shameless plug. How to be 100? The reason why the 10 extra 10% is there is because we need a bit
Yeah.
of shameless in ourselves.
Agree. Shameless. Need to be shameless a bit.
No matter this one, actually everybody knows me already.
Yeah. What do you think? How do we get confidence? Why is it important, and how does it work? I mean,
Yeah. How we look at it, a lot of people always talk about confidence and things like that. In fact, to me personally, I find that personally, confidence should start from within. In a way, when you do what you do best, when you're really good at something, that's how the confidence, will follow. Yeah, so a lot of time, we try to be someone who are not. So that's how we have to do a lot of different things to boost the confidence per se. But a lot of time, if we manage to actually have the confidence from within, so regardless what you wear, how you speak, the confidence is there. This is how I look at it.
okay. What do you think?
Uncle, you being yourself or not?
He
You
is.
feel it?
Yeah.
See, validated.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
They want his real self.
That's why lah. From day one, I see uncle, and then until now I meet you in person, it is validated.
Hey, why you must hold your boob? Your heart, is it? I thought.
Dirty fleur, you.
I thought why you holding your boobs? That's why your heart, is it?
That up, bro. Flat, bro. Nothing, bro.
Yeah, he's just trying to show that how fit he is.
Okay.
That's fake. But anyway,
Okay.
then you learn. What do you think? You're confident.
I am.
Yeah,
He
you
is,
are. In your own way, despite what people say about your
Yeah.
shorts and slippers.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think?
Okay. The reason I don't know lah, but yes, I agree with Wendy. It comes from within lah, because my looks cannot pakai one. Okay.
Can
Embraced it.
I'm embracing it. You look at my muka, so you look at my face. It's not like the most handsome one. It's one of the handsome ones around, but not the most handsome one lah. That one I have to.
飲茶.
But in all honesty, I think it comes from within, and I think back then, if let's say if there is more knowledge there, I could be more confident then. But partly over the years, you gain experience, right?
Yes.
So when you gain experience, you can kind of like be a little
Yeah,
bit confident
yeah,
along
I
the
agree
process.
with that,
So,
yeah.
So that comes with years also, I guess. As we grow older, maybe face also thicker.
As we grow wiser.
Wiser. As we grow wiser.
You see, very politically correct. Go wiser, we are more mature, and anyway. But hey, you know what? We have some validation, and it's along the lines of agreeing with us.
Yeah.
And Tim just checks in as well. Confidence is knowing who we are with a positive mindset. So that's coming from within as well as what Wendy said. Excel as well, definitely internal, but to portray confidence is another thing. We'll talk about that in just a moment's time. And Syed says, as an introvert with an imposter syndrome, interesting one. 75% would be great confidence level, let alone 110%.
Yeah, speaking about this, for Syed, right? I was once like that. I did a posting, I think last month. Seriously, I was one of that because the people surrounding me, they are way too good. They are way. I tell you what, when we talk about this, especially years ago when I first started training the higher level, I always find that I'm not enough. I might not have the sufficient knowledge and things like that. But as time went by, right, and then only you realize that, hey, in fact, they are just very ordinary as well.
Yeah. Everyone's people. I mean, it doesn't matter who you meet, especially for those of you, of us, not just you, of us as well, who are in a working environment, especially in a corporate setting, and we meet people with certain titles and positions, you may get intimidated. But at the end of the day, I think you're right. They're just people. Strip away the title, and they're just as ordinary as they can be. So thanks for the comment, Syed and Wei Fong.
Always say himself as handsome. Talking about you, obviously.
Clearly, misguided. Whether misguided or not is another thing.
Excel, you find me handsome. Where am I supposed to look at the camera? Excel. You have to say that I'm handsome, okay? Because I also call you handsome. Okay? So handsome, calling each other handsome.
Cannot reciprocate one,
Sure, true. But anyway. But hey, you know what? Wei Fong has got something very similar to another commenter's comment. She says, confidence is part of us and continue to be better with time and practice. Very similar to what Husni mentioned as well. It's nurtured. How's it going, Husni? It's been a while since we last saw you with us, and good to have you with us, okay? And Xiao Qing, wait. She says, get confidence when we are good at something we excel at. Practice and practice until we get it, the confidence. However, there's also a caution here.
Before that, Uncle, how do you get good? Maybe share with the crowd the way you speak, right? Full of confidence, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you manage to get this confidence in speaking? I mean, unlike at least me,
I don't.
I
had my own challenges. Seriously, I had my own challenges, and it started in high school. I had stage fright. It was just something very foreign, and so it was just something very foreign. I wasn't comfortable at all, but something that changed. I don't know what it was, but it's just. Was trying to mimic the newscasters. I mean, I wrote about this before on LinkedIn, and it was just part and parcel of my oral reading practice as part of our subjects in English and BM, right? And particularly in English, I was in a literature class in high school. So I read the Star newspaper, just try to mimic as if I'm a newscaster. And at that time, I was mimicking two personalities. You may know her. One is Frida Liu, and the other one is Raymond Goh of TV3.
Not my day, Lokman.
One of them as well. One of them. Yeah.
He speaks really well.
Yeah, he speaks really well.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm impressed, seriously.
Thanks,
seriously. And it's very natural, and then I like the way you speak. It's really like a radio announcer. Seriously. See?
Hey, got stand.
Stand. Why you touch me? Lucky that it's not, the camera did not see just now. Hello. Yeah. Maybe we could also get Wendy to address a few comments on this one over here.
Which one?
Husni. There we go on the screen. He agrees we need to be an expert in our area to be confident. But sometimes if you're a salesperson, you need to buat muka confident to sell. And too many questions. Let me get back to you.
So how this one?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we are bombarded with so many questions, right? How do we show that, or at least to the person who is listening to, that we know our stuff? At least we are confident in that sense.
But I think confidence also comes with preparation. Yeah, you cannot just go out there and going all the way, when
Some can, according some.
Yeah, depending on what are the topics,
Okay,
because
okay.
I remember, when you posted one of the question is certification is important and things like that. Depending on what profession you are in, let's say for example, if for Eric, if he's a doctor, definitely certification is important because the confidence is not only for us per se, but it's for the person or the people who pay us, pay for our service. I think to be fair, if we are actually getting, monetary for our services, then we have to deliver as per expectation. So back to this question, as if if the salespeople need to be, confident, not only the muka confident comes with how much you know here, right? And make sure that you must know your products well.
Correct. And I have to chime in as well, just to tie it back to what Wendy says. Imagine in an interview, job seekers, clearly there may be some difficult questions about certain things that we may not be prepared to answer, but and I think that's quite normal because even as we are working, right, we can agree that some things that we are just not prepared to address at the time, but at least what can be done differently is at least portray the confidence, or at least the curiosity to know where to find the answers, where to find the solutions there. But thanks again, Husni, for coming in with us. And hello, apa khabar, Auntie Prima?
This is the only auntie I call on LinkedIn.
You brani never done before, right? I follow respect. Okay, respect.
Auntie Prima. I know she want to chubit me.
Not only to be.
So, we haven't even gotten started with our first topic yet, and here's the real first topic of the night. Why be confident?
Now we just started.
I just started.
After so long.
Why?
Too much fiber already.
Seriously. So,
guys, why do we? All of us don't need to be confident all the time, but there are certain times that we need to portray that we are confident. It comes from knowledge, it comes from even the way how we dress, right? It gives us a certain level of confidence, right? Why do we need to be, you don't have to be confident all the time. In front of our wives, cannot lah, okay?
That one we don't know.
That one we don't know, okay? But why be confident? What benefits does it get us in that return?
Okay. What do you think? I'm seeing two angles here. Are we?
What do you guys think? What do you get in return for being confident?
Yeah.
Or at least, since everybody is here, everybody is wanting to be confident to a certain level, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be confident in the first place?
Is it really for others, just to let other people see that we're confident, or is it for us?
Yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
Definitely it's for ourselves first.
Oh, yeah.
Because need not to impress others, because to me, right, if we are not confident, people can feel it. So we always look into why we need that. It comes naturally per se. Actually, I'm not sure, because to me, a lot of time when you are sufficient with knowledge, but I like what I wanted to say his uncle,
It's okay, no problem. It's okay, we always call him uncle.
Like all of a sudden I forgot his name.
Because I keep calling him uncle.
Like what
okay,
Daniel,
okay.
right? Like what Daniel mentioned, we have to be curious with things though. So when you're curious, you will, keep on learning more, looking for more answers, and read more and things like that. So, and that how all this also give us confidence.
Okay, there we go.
I think Chris mentioned to gain trust, earn trust. So I think that's important as well. If we
Doctor needs to be confident. Oh yes, of course.
Doctor needs to be. Well, this one definitely needs to be confident lah. If you see a doctor who tells you, I think, wacham lah like that. This one maybe need to cut. That one maybe don't need to cut. You just start doubting. So you cannot use certain words also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking about this, I just want to add on something. Now, a lot of time, right, things come hand in hand, regardless whatever or how much knowledge that you have, But if you are not able to convey the message confidently, it actually leads to doubt. People might find that, hey, is this true or not? If this reliable or not? Like Chris mentioned to gain trust and untrust, which is really true.
And there you go. Axel kind of agrees as well with what you just mentioned earlier, so that people can trust what you say or persuade others and even lead them as well. And Syed kind of reciprocated with his own comment that people out there with less skills than us who will get the job just because of how they portray themselves, the confidence. But hey, you know what? There's also the ugly side of things. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Here is one of the uglies that unfortunately. Confidence is so fragile, and it all starts from within. I mean, of course, there may be some external factors that we can, nurture ourselves, can practice, can train. But if we don't believe that we're confident, then clearly we do not have a strong foundation, and that's where we crack. And what Jennifer says that we can be affected by any external parties' comments or even their opinions and. Habis lah, kantoi lah, the crush loh. I'm gonna just go straight to my second point earlier about why do we have to be confident. And let's not forget that we're not just talking about work or how we are in the workplace. I mean, generally it's going towards the direction, but let's talk about interpersonal, even personal lives as well too. Yap Tong has mentioned that it's a skill, social life skills as well. We can't be who we are. And in a romantic relationship, Selena, how's it going? If partners or lovers are not confident with each other, then
She's talking about you lah, not her partner lah.
Work with me, man. She's not here. Okay, this is our chance, dude. I retweet. Anyway, but yes. In terms of business partners as well too. But also, if for relationships, let's just say if we're trying to, court someone, we're trying to court a girl, or you're trying to court a guy. Did you?
I don't need to do so.
Wendy doesn't need to pow people. People pow.
You feel like we're meeting or not? If any one of you feel like throwing out, please do
It's
so.
okay. Confidence 200%.
Actually, I tell you what, this is the first time I accepted an invitation, right, without anticipating much. But one thing that I'm actually confirmed is that you can talk about anything.
Yeah, there we go.
You can talk about anything.
Yeah. No filter one here.
Yeah, actually, I don't even prepare the...
No script also.
Yeah.
Nothing to prepare also.
Yeah, and just to share for those of you who are not familiar with things, he literally just arrived half an hour before we went live earlier. So no preparations whatsoever. So we can all agree to a certain degree that confidence is important, and it's not just merely to please the external parties, right? It's not just to let other people think that we're confident. No point in just trying to make that belief come true when we do not believe it ourselves. Right? It's just not gonna fly. And maybe could that also then tie back to whether are we being authentic?
That's very true. Being authentic is one of the main key, or else people can filter it. And of course, I used to also tie confidence to leadership as well. If you are leading, so these people are looking up on you, they are waiting for your direction. If we doubt about, what we give to others.
Okay, understand. Syed talks about confidence level that needs to be matching our skill set. I'm going to tie it to Chris's comment. In sports context, confidence is needed in order to win. So these two gentlemen have just opened this thought here that, think about sports. I've never come across a sportsman, or at least on the championship winning standards, do not believe he or she is incapable of winning. Say fight sports or even Formula One. You just finished over the last weekend, and you do not ever hear any racers or drivers who do not believe that they can't cross the finishing line, and what more, taking the top spot, isn't it? So even though especially fight sport, it's always 50-50, and both are equally fit and prepared, both are skilled, But I guess the moment when if your confidence level dips, your mental game drops,
Yeah.
habis lah.
Yeah, speaking about sports, right, I would like to share one of the learning of mine from China, a guru from China. So he is actually a judo master. So he say how he won most of the time, right? In fact, is that, the mentality, the confidence level. When we talk about skills, I suppose people who go for the competition have a certain level of skills, yeah? So, but if the mindset or the confidence level, they say, I'm here, to win. So, in fact, the way you perform is very much different. But you say, okay, now let's just see how we try our best. So that actually also affect on the performance, and the person can even feel. So to the extent when he said one thing, I instantly have goosebumps when he was actually sharing this, So now when you actually look at people fight, right, they have many juice, right, they keep on doing this. But if the person just only aim for one, once they punch, die. So even to the extent the person who wins many times, right, he say, I'm here to die. So can you actually imagine when you listen to that, I'm here to die. So they can even gadaikan the nyawa, that kind of mentality. So the confidence level is really high.
Limpe my sea.
Yeah. So I said, that's why when he said that, I said, wow, goosebump, because he already set his mentality, this is just winning, no turning back.
Yep.
I'm here to die.
So scary, huh?
But that's a different context, a different scenario, right? But yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you. And one last comment before we move on to the next topic is from Lavinia. Thank you so much for joining us, first of all. And she says, largely the need to be confident depends on our audience. If we're talking to someone who looks up to us or depends on us, like our child, our teen, then we need to reassure them that we're there for them, even though we're unsure of ourselves. Funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So I was on a plane this morning, flying over here, and I was watching my iPad. I downloaded some movies on Netflix. And
Bukan udang,
mana berani bro, dekat orang.
Confidence what? In public.
Itu bodoh. But coming back to what I was trying to explain here, so this movie called Fury, it's not exactly a new movie. It's about World War II, and Brad Pitt stars in it as the lead cast, and he's a tank commander. So in World War II, the US tanks were fighting a losing battle against a more superior German tanks, and at this one scene, it was showing him that he was very anxious, but he couldn't show it in front of his men. So he literally went to a corner and had a moment by himself, which ties back to Lavinia's comment. In that example, okay, I mean you're an officer in this context, the military, in a war setting. It's for those of you who have served, and we have some veterans here. Yaptong's one of them. I cannot pretend to know what was the condition in a battlefield, and what more having to be strong for your men. And in order for your men not to be down or affected, you've got to have your own private moment just to keep your shit together, and for the lack of a better word. So, yeah, thanks for coming in with that comment, Lavinia. Thought-provoking one. Now we've got some comments coming in, and maybe you're going to tie it to the next topic. Dress to impress or comfort, you cannot go, bro. But that's what I thought, or was it that's what I say? But he's very confident about that. So what's the argument?
Yeah. Maybe you say first.
But how do I put it this way? Also, depending on context as well. If I'm going in as a doctor, right, I can't be dressing in like that, because no matter how you do it, it's not. Confidence, 110%. I mean, no matter how you do it, right, you will not be able to get the confidence of the public or the patients who are actually seeing you at that point of time. I mean, if you're dressed in slippers and shorts, right,
Yes.
just cannot make it. I mean, just imagine your doctor's treating you in shorts and slippers. Come on, it's not going to happen. All right, but if you are in another field doing something, I think depending on the context and the environment as well, if you are doing something else that doesn't require to dress to impress or to dress to be at that particular, or the formality isn't required, then yes, the way how you speak, the way how you carry yourself, and the way how you engage in conversations matter. Not so much of how we brand. So I think it's also depending on the context itself.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if I choose for this, right, dress to impress or for comfort, why not both?
Why not both?
Yeah, but in fact, it's actually depending on where you go, who you meet, what are the reason and things like that. Just like that day we talked about if we are going for a beach, for example, definitely it's actually for comfort.
Yep.
If we are actually going for a meeting, especially a business meeting, definitely we have to dress to impress. So there is no definite answer for this. It depends on the context, and also what is the end objective for this one. Yeah.
That's a good one. And Sharon actually posed a question, which I think Dr. Wendy, dropped that. She's already addressed already. One does the dress up to build confidence. You agree?
Actually, for this particular question, right, yes and no. We have seen people are putting too much, in order to make themselves confident, they are putting too much or they are going for really expensive stuff and things like that. So in fact, we should dress appropriately or relevant to, the events or maybe to the people that we meet and things like that. So there is no one definite answer, but when in terms of confidence, even though you dress really well, it helps to boost a little if you do not have what is inside. So both
There
are
you
the
go.
things that it has to come hand in hand, it's just not one or another. So that's why when we look at all this, we've seen too many people, they always try to, go extra mile into how they look. So sometimes I find it very funny, after being in the industry for so long, some of the people are trying too hard to look really good, to boost their confidence per se. But there are also a lot of them are just biasa-biasa. But to me, the biasa-biasa in fact is very confident. I'm looking at you.
Oh, yeah. I biasa saja.
Biasa saja.
Yeah, but like you say, we dress as per the needs of the the context
the
and what
context
is this
itself,
for and
correct,
things like that. So
correct,
not necessary to pasang kuat, they say, yeah.
Yeah, I agree as well. In my workplace, we were formerly a workplace where we practice dressing up formally, regardless of roles and whether or not you meet customers or not. But it has changed to become a smart casual setting, as long as no torn jeans. You've got some jackets, and when we meet clients, right, it's no longer dressing up to meet clients, it's mirroring the clients. There are some clients who are an executive level who dress formally. Okay, we will just match them as well, but we always keep in mind to make sure not to overdress, not overcome them. And then for those who are maybe in the manufacturing setting, jeans and safety boots are usually the case due to safety and the environment. And
Two things to sum up for this one: appropriate, relevant.
Appropriate and relevant.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the word. But just to tie up the what you've mentioned as well too. So clearly, it does help to a certain extent to dress up to build our own confidence. But we're trying to also emphasize that it comes from within.
Yeah.
What about accessories instead of just dress? Cars, for example, watches, or even the type of pens. Some people cannot use G2 or Pilot pen one, you have to use some really atas Mont Blanc or Parker or and some really nicely priced. For those price, I really wonder if the ink is made of a unicorn blood. What do you think about that?
This is actually quite personal. We talk about this all the time. Now, let us be neutral. Yeah, when we talk about maybe the accessories that is with higher price range. Yeah, so let's say for the person who earns a lot, so that one could be just a small fraction of it. Yeah, so
Okay.
we will not suggest like you are not there and you are trying to buy all these things to make the impression or to impress those people. Yeah, so we go as per how we can afford or what makes us comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
I would agree with that. I mean, I
What
love.
accessories do you wear?
I'm having a Fitbit. Okay, I like watches still. I still do.
Solar dalam tu brand apa?
Wow.
Dia mana self inner confidence mah.
Renoma, bro.
Confidence is from
It's
inside
from
out.
inside out.
Alamak.
Inside out. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. What we're trying to emphasize here is, it comes from within, and it doesn't matter if we portray ourselves to be overly confident. Yeah, sure, we get the validation. Wow, hey Dan, or hey Wendy, you look great. But at the end of the day, when you step into the door of your home, you do not have people validating you. Then what gives?
Yes.
What's going to happen? Are you going to get your confidence crushed?
Yeah.
And just to look good on the social media or whoever, whenever you're outside with.
So at home, what do you do?
Huh?
Take out everything, look in the mirror.
Speaking about at home, right?
Oh, yeah, being at home.
That day we were just talking about that. I say, hey, if you actually meet me at night or over the weekend, so lao ya to the max, seriously.
Lao ya.
Yeah. So I'm serious. Then I say at home, even our home clothes sometimes got lubang on it.
His seluar dalam also got lubang one.
How
Hey,
you
how you know? Oh no, you pick me.
How you know?
You know we stay in the same room together. No.
But even same room also.
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah. Should I change the?
No. I had enough of him. Okay.
So the holes on the underwear is there for a reason.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is a really deep topic.
Very deep topic.
Next time
I know the weather is
Change.
hot, but that doesn't, seem to justify it still.
Yeah.
I think what ventilation.
Ventilation. Okay. If ventilation is what you think of, then let it be ventilation.
Wait, panas, bro.
Okay, we shall find out.
Okay.
Now, moving on, right? So perhaps we're going to transition out from this topic, dress to impress or comfort, into a comment from Yap Tong.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
In conversation, you dress up so nicely, like so atas really, right? And then when you are having a conversation, are you able to hold a conversation? Are you able to maintain eye contact?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this? Or maybe even Eric?
Yeah.
We'll come to Eric later on. But Wendy, what are your thoughts?
So for this one, ability to hold eye contact. Yeah. In fact, speaking about eye contact, right? We talk about this topic during a lot of sharing. Then people talking about recently, we find that a lot of time when we're speaking to people, there are no eye contact at all. Or they have very brief or shifted the contact quickly. So actually, one of the way that I learn or I observe, especially from Mala Vili, is that when she talked to you, she used the sticky eye techniques. Meaning to say, even after her conversation ended, she's still looking at you, for a few more seconds. And then gives you a very good experience, or you feel like, hey, you are really paying attention to me though. So this is one of...
Let's do it again.
It's so sticky. You.
Aduh.
And next time, if you want to change profession, you let me know lah.
Professional.
Change to what first?
Sticky. All right, there we go. But again, a very valid comment from Yap Tong, all right?
Yeah.
And all right, let's see, what else do we have here?
Maybe you want to sticky eye the audience and see.
Oh yeah, I think.
We've been doing that.
No, you look at the camera and you sticky eye there. See, they look in your eyes or not?
Look there.
Uncle, you go closer and you look closer, you sticky eye. You guys practice too close already. Oi.
This one is scary eyes. Not sticky eyes. This is scary eyes.
All right, so wow, the comments are really flowing in.
Yeah,
So again,
okay.
thank you so much. So which comments are we going to address anyway?
Too many of it, the
Too many.
culture. Yeah, but I like the one, the culture dictate addressing more for professional advisors. Yeah, in terms of culture, right, I just want to add on Wong Wei Feng, is it? Yeah, so in fact, I find that how we dress, right, is also a respect, respecting ourselves and respecting the people that we meet, especially if, it involves different cultures, or different races. Yeah, so that is very important because sometimes a lot of people say, oh, why you every time is on jacket, or I hardly actually wear short sleeve. This is very exceptional already because I was told by Eric,
Yes, yes.
must wear ching chai, ching chai,
Ching chai,
Ching chai.
green veggie ching chai.
So, what, so if you don't wear this, what's your
Green
go-to?
veggie.
Okay, so usually at work I will have with sleeve or at least up to my elbow. And then if I'm for training presentation, I'm usually on with a jacket.
Okay.
And I hardly wear anything shorter than my knee.
Okay.
Yeah, so all this to me is actually, besides me as a trainer, or most of my clients are from the corporates. So
Mirroring.
yeah,
right,
so at
mirroring.
least we dress appropriately as per what is needed. I mean, the context is different. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
just a note, just a note, guys. Although on LinkedIn you see me with shorts and slippers all the time, right?
I give you a mic.
Disclaimer, although you see me in shorts and slippers in all the photos and on LinkedIn and all the videos, right?
But you are very professional. I'm happy to say.
Okay.
Which is true. I mean, we make fun of him all the time, and I mean, it's our social obligation anyway. I mean, we enjoy it. You gotta admit that. But long story short, yes, Eric does dress up to the occasion, especially when he's acting as a doctor, giving consultations to his patients.
Acting. It's not an act, uncle.
Damn it, he caught
That's
it.
why he called uncle lor.
He caught it.
Uncle, this is not an act.
Damn it. But yeah. I mean, just to make it clear, all right. So Eric is a doctor, and he's also a lecturer. Okay, so he does have his targeted audience, and he does dress up appropriately. So, but of course, if given a chance, clearly, as you can see, that's his comfort level, where he's just very confident being dressed down, and that's his confidence. Yeah. Sharp, all right. So at least you're not sleeping, yeah. So anyway, you got someone who's just checked in from Taiwan. That's Elvin Teng, and not to worry. I understand that you missed it. Don't worry about having a recap, because this whole entire live broadcast will be converted into a recording after this ends. It will be still on this very same link.
10-second recap is today we're talking about how to boost the confidence. Okay,
Boost
be it-
gao gao.
Boost gao gao. Best is to boost it from inside first. Okay.
Correct.
Correct. Connect. No, correct.
Taiko, Andrew, how's it going, man? So,
Like, I thought you're flying to UK. How come you're still here watching? Oh, you're watching at the airport.
UK kat mana? UK itu United Kingdom.
Oh, today got echo or not? Today got. Last time he complained. Here got a lot of echo. This Andrew, I tell you.
There are a lot of folks.
Now today,
Yeah, a lot, everywhere.
You ask Wendy and see everywhere I put buffer. No, acoustic.
Panels, right?
Gao for you.
Yeah. So, hey, that's how we receive and manage feedback from our
Yeah.
audience. So
See?
again, very good feedback from Andrew weeks ago. Yeah. So, but he says dressing appropriately is important. Even it means Dr. Eric will give him a stand down.
you know Andrew, right? For the first few rounds when he came out to meet me, right, he always dressed like prim and proper, gel hair nicely. For the last round, right,
Never mind lah.
never mind lah. He totally casual all the way. Wow, don't play. He actually can go casual one, okay?
Alrighty. So, okay. Let me see what else. There we go. Soundproofing is amazing. Credit to that crawling guy. Yeah, we know who that is. Yeah. So, moving on. Time seems to be passing by real quick, when we enjoy ourselves. So, let's see. Let's talk about this, Wendy. What do you think?
Which one?
Do qualifications boost confidence? What do you think about this?
Yeah.
All right.
Just now you touch a little bit on this.
Yes. I like this though, because a lot of time, how we look at it, it depends on what is the purpose for this. And to be fair, the confidence is not just for ourselves, it's for the people who pay us, Just like as I mentioned, if you are a professional, you need a certain level of professional certification so that you are really certified. Just like even for therapists, obligation.
Even doctors.
Yeah, so do you
certified.
actually dare to let someone who are not really certified to wash your face or to extract your pimples and things like that?
No, I extract myself better.
You're so safe, man.
I don't know whether I'm safe or not lah.
That's
but
a good one.
Yeah.
Never mind lah. Next time you look for Ruby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ruby, huh?
Yeah, because yesterday we were actually at the dinner, so we are talking about certification, why we need good knowledge and things like that. So that's why when we talk about qualification to boost confidence, now most of the time, right? Let's say for example a certain topic, we will go and read, we study, but that doesn't mean that we know it in and out or in depth about the topic. So to me, if you ask me about this question, it's a yes for me. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So there we go.
Tattooing.
What about? You think it's? I mean, clearly you're a doctor, right? I mean, a lecturer.
Clearly not
Clearly.
acting. Yeah, this time he is.
Just now
It's not
acting. Now clearly lah, you have doubts, is it, Uncle, my qualification?
I'm trying to compensate here. Right? So
I know why.
join me, okay?
But I think in terms of, let's not talk about medicine per se, but talk about other subjects. Let's say I go out, I meet someone in terms of just engaging a conversation and stuff like that. Having knowledge, not just qualification per se, but knowledge, and you read up and you have at least a broad topic of what you think is happening around the world and some in-depth things that you're interested in. I think that itself also actually boosts confidence, because otherwise, if you don't know what you're going to say, then
it sometimes make ourselves looking very
you
silly.
look very silly, like so kwang like that.
Yes,
so
correct.
it helps boost confidence lah.
Yeah.
I mean, qualifications aside, knowledge-wise also. I mean, just by reading books per se.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You quote books also, you also pandai already. You don't have to finish the book lah, but
Before you want to convince people, you want to confuse them.
you
first.
confuse them first. Then, you read, you're not sure, right? You read this book, no, sendiri pun tak habis baca lagi.
That's true. That's so true. That's so true. And I like what
Dr. Eric.
Okay, he's a doctor, all right? He's a doctor. She's a doctor too. Okay, I'm the only one without a doctor. But anyway,
Acting.
this one betul acting, but anyway. But what I'm trying to say here is that what Eric and Wendy said earlier was really. It hits a spot here. For some of us here, we may not even be qualified, not having any degrees. I'm one of them. I don't have a degree. I only have a diploma. Then what gives? Does it mean that I'm a failure? Does it mean that I'm not qualified, experience-wise, to be taking up certain responsibilities in my workplace? So clearly the answer is no, right? And to sum up, so someone's comments earlier, it means even though that we may not be qualified at it in terms of paper, but that doesn't mean that we don't have any value to deliver. I think some things are just learnable, and it's not determined by just a piece of paper. Subject to which industry you're in, by the way. Okay. Let's see. There's a lot of comments, and it's a good problem. Thank you so much. Okay, really appreciate it. Hey man, pick a comment. What's one?
You pick me, I'll definitely pick Syed's one.
So, never trust a doctor in a tank top.
See? Confidence. Accept me, okay? You can trust me. Wow. I cannot even say it through my mouth.
Yeah, and Yap Tong
This
as well
one I
too.
don't know how to answer. No answer.
Tattooing a body requires self-confidence, because it's an expression of our self-confidence. Again, tying back to confidence is from within, and it's really your own personal expression. Something means to you. I have a tattoo myself, and it means something personal
Where
to
you
me.
tattoo?
Yeah,
Uncle?
which part?
You see?
This is right here.
Automatically Wendy asks which part.
This is right here. So this is my late father's portrait. So this is according to the photo that I provided to the tattoo artist. And
You still got one more, right?
There's only one, man. What are you trying to say? Don't get funny ideas, bro. Yeah. So
So how about you?
I don't have.
you want?
Don't want.
I can deal with this better than needles in a medical setting. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I'm afraid of needles, but
It
I
looks
was
like
okay with this.
a lot of.
There's a lot of needles going in.
Yeah.
I know, right? I mean, it's just ironic, So
No, you haven't seen me. I give you the needle.
I don't want your needle. I don't want your needle. Wendy, I think this is one. This one's for you.
Which one?
How about the rest of you who are tuned in? Can you spot a fake? Can you spot fake confidence?
Yeah. Okay. So, but it depends how good the person is to me, But of course, once you go deeper, 白了
Bei liao.
白了 sorry, salah intonation, right? 白了
It's alright. But so what you're trying to say here is that
I'm trying to match him, because he's because he's speak Hokkien.
so what you're trying to say here is that start it off on the right foot, otherwise it creates a precedence for the wrong reasons. Branding and image is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Okay. So how I look at it, First, I am not a fan of fake it till you make it. I don't believe in that. Yeah. Because and then secondly, a lot of people will talk about practice makes perfect. This is partially I partially agree on this. We must practice something right in order to perfecting the right thing. Yeah. If we are actually practicing something which is wrong, like bad habits, we are
Like 斜交
Yeah, we are perfecting the 斜交 as well.
Okay.
The 斜交 have to translate,
See how lost he is.
Check out. Yeah, seriously, I'm gone. I'm gone. I have no clue what was just mentioned. So what does it mean?
Yeah, this is how to translate.
I
Huh? Senge.
Senge.
Crooked.
Practice that doesn't align with justice.
Wow,
That's
very
deep.
Yeah, that's deep. Yeah. Now speak. Why I like this
I need more
particular
brains.
question. No, you're good enough. Yes. Our bad. You start first. Check out.
Now, we're going to move on to the next topic here and to tie up to a comment here, all right? So, is confidence good, right? Because there was a comment from...
No, confidence is good, but is overconfidence good?
Sorry, apologies. Yes, it's overconfidence good. Yeah, thanks for the correction. Because Kim Hong says, or at least she's asking, how about overly confident? Should we actually avoid it, or
Yes.
is really, subjective?
Yeah. Actually, it's just a very thin fine line, Confident is good, but overly confident can be arrogant.
That's a good
But,
one.
but this one I follow seeing all. But
Yeah, she's got a point. She's got a very good point. Overconfident can be misconstrued as arrogance.
But you need that little overconfidence also.
The winning mentality.
Not overly confident, but the little bit tip. That's why I put 110%, not 100%.
Oh, the 110% is my usual state.
But it's subjective. You see, or she's also asking, or is it actually quite subjective? Would it be subjective depending on the scenario and context?
Like what he mentioned, sometimes it's needed, but how I look at it, none of us will know everything under the sun.
Yeah,
There
correct,
must be
correct.
something that we do not know. Or to me, especially after pandemic, I always say this. What I really learn is that there is no one company or a person that is too big not to fall, and there is no one person or a company that is too small that cannot grow big.
Okay.
Things has been level, and we can even learn from a young kid or So nowadays, if we are overconfident, we are just stopping ourselves from learning something new from each other.
All right, there we go. I think Yat Tong reciprocates your. We've got a friend behind the scenes and she's waving at us, so we're going to just say hello. And that's Nexi Sin. We'll just post a comment to her a profile link later on, connect with her anyway. Nice lady anyway. I haven't say hi to you officially. I'm doing it live right now. So Wendy, what you mentioned earlier seems to be echoed by Yatong, and he says humility is a class act of self-confidence, while arrogance is a sure sign of self-insecurity.
Oh yeah, I like this Yatong. Yeah, Yatong is like I like to read and
Seafood
to
level.
pick. Yeah.
You like to read his stuff.
Yeah,
When
and
Eric
of
and
course,
I, we read,
to pick-
we lose our brains. It's just tired.
Read your post, I don't understand why. Sorry.
After this life, I don't know what will happen.
All right. Okay. And so I guess we have some validation from our friends who are tuned in, right? So Syed says acting confident is not the same as being confident. And Axel echoes a fake it usually seems to be overly very showy, and tries too hard.
Sounds like uncle, ni?
You see, when he speak, got slang one.
And anything over is never a good
Thanks for
thing.
tuning in.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on. Who's this?
Hey, don't change topic.
No,
okay?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay.
This is a long one anyway. So this is from Elvin, all the way from Taiwan.
This one
Genuinity
is
much
for Wendy.
better than confidence nowadays. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's very true.
People dress in full suit during product launches, but turtlenecks and things. Panas ah bro. Malaysian weather sekarang. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Taiwan sejuk lah.
This one I kind of like it, because being authentic and genuine is the way to go. Yeah, for now, and of course, because after the pandemic, I think things has been like a lot of time people are dressing down, But I like what Daniel mentioned. I call you Daniel. Yeah. Is that actually we match? If the person that we are meeting are really full suit, and then we try to match back, whatever it is, as to respect. But of course, no matter how, not to dress too down, because in a way, it's also a respect for the particular person. But I like this, genuinity and authenticity.
would you? Okay, so clearly, Eric, I mean, you interviewed all team members who are behind the camera right now. What were you looking for? Would you think that it's the authenticity, them being genuine, or you're looking for a skill set? Just to tie up to what you said.
No, I'm looking for someone who I can.
Oops.
I kind of regretted asking that question. Oh my god. Adoy. Alright, I didn't know where to go with this, but
But
anyway.
then how
like-
about you? How do you look at this?
Yeah, so as much as possible, I agree with you. I look for something that is very authentic, lah. But here's the thing. I have to admit that I too am not entirely sure all the time that I'm able to detect a fake or a genuine person, because in an interview setting, for example, is usually a calculated risk, right? From a point of employer's perspective, I'm pretty sure it's the same for a job seeker's perspective as well. Trying to
Can one.
size up.
You do that.
What did I say?
You do that in a corporate setting, get a harassment complaint.
You stand
Okay.
far away. Look.
Then the girl will stapler all.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
Oh my
obvious,
god,
no
it's gonna
way.
get escalated real quick. So, but let's address the last topic for tonight, since our time is really moving real fast.
How time flies though.
I know, we're really enjoying ourselves. We hope that you are too. So, the last one for the night. What should we fix first? I mean, we talk about confidence tonight, right? And we've been talking about it and emphasizing it must come from within. But if we don't have it in us, that's enough. Is there something that we could fix, or how to influence a better change? Yeah, we say practice makes perfect. How?
Maybe all one of us pick one. What would we fix first? Probably starting from you.
What would I fix first?
Yes.
What would I fix first?
If you think you're not confident enough, which I think you're just overwhelming confidence, right?
yeah.
But if you're not confident, what would you pick to fix first?
So I'm already at an age where I'm comfortable enough to actually accept my flaws openly. But I have to admit that when I was in my 20s, in my younger days, I had a lot of pride, a lot of ego, right?
I think it's still there. You look at the shirt, we know already.
Camera two, you can't see. There we go.
See, still a problem today.
Yeah.
Am I a good problem? I don't know. But I mean, to come back to your question, yeah,
I think faster lah, no time lah, faster.
checking out the ego, no, drop the ego.
Your ego lah.
Ego, but easier
Yeah.
said than done. I think until today, so I probably still need to drop more.
Your
It's
ego
a
very
constant-
big,
Until
man.
today,
Until
no.
today, I'm pretty sure. I will
okay.
admit that openly. So,
Okay.
what about you?
I save Wendy for the last gold nugget for the day. I'll fix here.
Mentality? lah.
Not mentality.
Attitude or
More
mindset.
of get more knowledge. Automatically the confidence will get higher.
Okay.
If we don't have stuff, no matter how you goreng, right, there's a certain level how you can
Yes.
goreng.
I agree.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
You goreng, people know you are kind
Yeah.
of bullshitting already.
Kosong.
Kosong one, dong. So if you fix here,
Yeah.
like it or not, you have to put in the effort because this one requires a lot of brain energy. But
Yeah.
if you do fix that, automatically
Yeah.
confidence will go up.
Yeah.
But my argument is that there's only so much that we can actually learn, you see. And
Every day also can learn.
you know, how much can we
Yeah.
absorb? We are limited, you see.
That one.
Okay, so echo from Eric, knowledge plus experience, that's how it comes to wisdom. Yeah, so when you have wisdom, people can feel it. Just like people like Yatong, to me, he's a real deal, seriously. Yeah, so regardless whatever we talk about, he shares his own views and things like that. But I actually concur what Eric mentioned, you know. Years ago, no face, no connection, no money. Kaliao also don't have.
Kaliao also don't have.
Seriously. So that's
Can't
how
even
I
vote.
have the imposter syndrome because I feel like, ayo, this kampong girl are like, you know, not good enough, you know. So how I can actually stand and then, you know, dare to pick up different roles and move on is actually to fulfill or to fill up, you know, what is actually lacking. So if we would like to mix with the people from different level, we must first, you know, inject with sufficient knowledge and experience. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course I was like you know, I was a lone ranger for many years because I'm not easy to work with. I'm fussy, picky and choosy.
Wow.
I'm very demanding when it comes to work.
Look at uncle's eye.
Yeah.
One glance.
So I have, you know, ego in me as well. So there are a lot of time, you know, I have already let go, you know, so much so. So that's how I said just now, you know, a lot of time, little did we know that we can learn from others, so much from others as well.
There we go. So that's a key word over here. We are always constantly in the pursuit of the betterment of ourselves. It's always works in progress. And what you've heard here is just based on our own personal experience, our own personal journey. Right? And clearly, Dr. Wendy has given her 2 cents, in fact, more than that. So drop in the comments if you have any more questions. Do tag her. Give us some time to respond back. And we're at the end of the show right now, already at 9 p.m. Connect with us. With Wendy especially, and I think that's pretty much all we have to say for tonight, you know. So any last words, Eric or even Wendy?
No,
or
for me,
views?
just connect with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connect. I don't want to say, okay, do my man.
You want to do the shameless part again? Say lah.
Say.
Confidence 110 ma.
Oh, connect with us, okay? We tak main connect. We betul-betul serious punya.
We are not acting.
And we are not acting one,
Real.
okay?
All right, so that's all we have for tonight's episode, and we'll be right back again next Monday. We'll be with different team members fronting in front of the camera. And before I forget, just wishing all fathers out there a happy Father's Day in advance. And yeah, so have a great week ahead, and thank you for joining us, and especially for those of you with all your comments coming in. Okay, so much appreciation, and bye bye. Good night.
Bye everybody. 早唞, good
誒
evening.
呢個啊，
Oh. Apparently this is what's this? The newest trend to show what?
呀，
A K-pop trend.
K-pop 嘅呀，
Heart on the cheek.
呀，
That's why I've been doing this, practicing. Bye guys. Maybe you want to try, you know, before we close, everybody put the hands on the face.
屈啦，大佬先。
See ya. Good night.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Never done it before. Someone asked before years